5 Unusual People in the World, Part 32. Hello everyone, I'm Keisha, and wish you all a new day full of joy. Any of us all wishes that our children are born healthy, but somewhere in this world, sad things still happen. There are those who were not born as healthy as others. We will meet them in this video. Are you ready? Let's begin! Number 5. Tiffany Gagel. Tiffany Gagel, 37, was born in New York. Right at birth, she looked very different from her peers with a small stature, a curved spine, and a short neck. She is 3 feet 9 inches tall with long flowing hair and long slender legs. Gagel took advantage of those lovely legs, becoming a professional dancer with many other achievements. She was born with a severe bone defect known as Charcot-Levin syndrome. This is a rare genetic disorder with marked deformity of the cervical spine, ribs, and respiratory failure. Doctors describe the chest shape in this syndrome as crab-like. It occurs due to the fusion of the ribs and vertebrae, resulting in limited movement of the ribcage. As a child, she thought little of her condition and never received any discrimination. She even took dance classes with other children. Despite a daily pain in her body and difficulty breathing, the girl decided to work towards her goal. At the age of 33, Tiffany became a professional dancer. In addition, the girl attended university and obtained a bachelor's degree. She now teaches dance to children from 5 to 18. The students do not look down on her, but consider her as a real expert. Furthermore, she continues to compete as a professional dancer and also works in numerous Broadway shows. Hands and legs are things that everyone has, and many of us take it for granted. But some people in this world don't receive such normal things. They don't have them or are disabled. Number 4. Chalisa Otten and Chesady Young. Chalisa Otten and Chesady Young were born with innate defects that make them much shorter than us. Chalisa Otten was born with no arms, no knees, and only 7 toes. Chesady Young was born without arms and very short legs. Both of them are only 3 feet 4 inches tall. Don't be surprised why I mentioned 2 people in this part at the same time, because they have a very touching friendship. About 30 years ago, doctors diagnosed that Chalisa would never be able to lead a normal life, and up to now, she still has no idea what caused her abnormality. Chesady Young lives with tetraamelia syndrome. Tetraamelia syndrome is a rare congenital disorder that leaves Chesady without arms and very short legs. They know each other's life stories through a documentary. The couple decided to meet in person, and Chesady traveled all over Texas, USA, from her home in Dallas to meet Chalisa, who lives in Houston. The two have since become close friends thanks to their rare similarities. Chalisa currently has had a fiancé, Jonathan, a 5 feet 6 inch man, much taller than her, but very much in love with her. And also, Chesady, along with Chalisa, continues to be an advocate for disabled people and helps others learn to love their bodies whatever happens. Drunk driving is a very bad thing. You can be confident that you are alert enough to drive, but the truth is that it puts you and others at risk. Let's meet a special guy as he got involved in an accident. Number 3. Carlos Haffey Rodriguez. Carlos Haffey Rodriguez of Miami, Florida, is also known as Sosa. When they first saw Sosa's image, many people thought it was a hose edited by Photoshop. However, to confirm this, Sosa appeared on television so that everyone could see his true appearance. Sosa lost a large part of his brain and skull in the accident. To save his life, doctors had to amputate it. Rodriguez said he was driving drunk and high on drugs when his car hit the pole and he jumped out, landing on his head. He had previously faced arson and attempted murder charges for allegedly setting fire to a mattress that posed a serious danger to neighbors. In 2010, he was arrested for soliciting a prostitute and photos of him together with the girl. The funny thing is that, when mentioning him in the file stored at the police station, in addition to the name Carlos Haffey Rodriguez or Sosa, people also call him Half-Head. Now, Carlos Healthy Rodriguez wants people to think seriously about drinking or using drugs while driving, as it costed him dearly. Even though he advises others not to use drugs, he is still using marijuana, and that's why I call him a bad boy. And don't rush to leave, I have an energetic person here to tell you. I believe this girl will give you positivity and lots of energy. Number 2. Marimar Kuroa. Marimar Kuroa, born in California, USA, is an unlucky girl. Right at birth, Marimar suffered from a rare condition, a tumor on her face and neck, causing her face to become distorted. Although she has undergone many surgeries, her condition has not improved. From an early age, she had to feed with tubes, breathe through holes in her neck, and learn to communicate through sign language. Will you be depressed if in this situation? I think I will find a way to hide from everyone's eyes. That's all I can do. She also often receives curious eyes from people around. Some will stare at her, while some will despise, but she wouldn't care about them. As an adult, she decided to pursue her passion for makeup, and with a very positive attitude, she started her own YouTube channel. She posts videos of tutorials, beauty and fashion tips, trying to spread her confidence. As she cannot speak, Marimar uses sign language, and beyond expectations, more than 600,000 subscribe to her channel. She also receives countless messages from women around the world, describing her as a positive and inspirational role model. If your body is still normal, then you are a very lucky person indeed, because in this world, there are people who were born abnormal from birth. Number 1. Claudio Vieira de Oliveira. Claudio Vieira de Oliveira, or simply Claudio Oliveira, born in 1976, is a Brazilian accountant and inspirational speaker. He was born with a rare syndrome, affecting the musculoskeletal system that gives shape to the body. He became different from people around. Doctors initially diagnosed that he might not be able to survive 24 hours right after he was born. Claudio Vieira de Oliveira suffered from a rare disease called arthrogryposis. This disease left him with an incomplete body. When the head was turned over, the limbs were deformed, and the body was often in a state of spasticity, barely able to perform any function. He taught himself how to turn on the television, get his cell phone, turn on the radio, the computer, and many other things. That independence and resilience helped Claudio get good results of an accounting degree of the University of Feira de Santana. He started his career as an accountant by engaging in research and consulting for clients despite his disability. Now, Claudio is also a speaker and has traveled to many different countries, giving his motivational speeches. In 2016, he wrote and published his autobiography as a book titled El Mundo Está a Contramano. The book was presented at the Art Museum of the city of São Paulo in southeast Brazil. These people have no choice but to try to stay positive and bring good values to others. That's the best thing for today. Thank you for watching this video. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel, turn on the notification bell to watch more interesting videos. And now, goodbye and see you again.